Brussels suddenly finds money to kick UK out of Galileo as Brexit row deepens. A bitter row has ensued after Brussels said the UK's access to the encrypted public regulated service element of the system, which is by member states for military and emergency services purposes, would end with Brexit. Britain wants access to remain the same after putting in over £1 billion and much of the brains into the EU's satellite navigation project, but Brussels has shut down any opportunity for Galileo's status quo to remain the same post-Brexit. Under Brussels rules, only member states can access or work on the PRS signal. The European Commission's chief negotiator Michel Barnier has said this could change with the right post-Brexit treaty or agreement in place. The EU's negotiating arm has been strengthened with the European Space Agency set to give the go-ahead for procuring the next set of satellites after EU bosses agreed to assume all liabilities that this would incur taking on the contract. Britain has previously hoped to use the need for an unanimous vote to stop any advances in Galileo by choosing to veto any new contracts. However, thanks to the EU's willingness to accept any liabilities, a simple majority is only required in order to push through the new contracts. The ESA, which Britain is a founding member, is independent from the EU, however, acts as the bloc's procurement body. The UK's veto threat has already set the new batch of satellites back by at least, but the British blockade will be manoeuvred around at the next vote on June 13. Brussels is likely to get sufficient support from member states, with many of the EU 27, including Germany, opting to side with the Commission's tough negotiating stance on Galileo. According to sources familiar with the negotiations have said, a group of member states have expressed their surprise at the hardline tactics adopted by EU negotiators. They said the Commission's stance does not represent the wider European security view. The source added a number of member states had expressed a lot of surprise at the hardline the Commission has taken. A British source has said the EU's hardline approach is simply an act of economic opportunism, but believes member states' concerns are starting to feed back to Brussels.